Hello everyone. I'm very delighted to be alive today because today is my birthday. I thank God for this opportunity. Now I can be able to continue with my mission, making sure every child, every student have access to quality education. The reason why you go to school is to understand the concept. You get understanding, not only to go through school. My mission is to make sure every child, every student have access to quality education. As today I'm teaching linear programming, if you are taught in your class and you didn't understand, now you have no excuse of failing a question on linear programming. You have no excuse because now your teacher here can be able to explain to you what is linear programming. You can be able to run this topic about linear programming and you are able to answer question on linear programming. No, those days of saying that my teacher didn't teach me, that's why I failed, are gone. Those days are gone. Now you have an opportunity to come and learn. Come and learn about linear programming. Okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we are going to learn together. Every child will have access to quality education. Okay, so today we are learning about linear programming, and I'm going to tell you the big four. I call them the big four because these big four, linear programming revolve around these big four. That's why I came up with this name, the big four. These are the big four, whereby linear programming revolve around these big four. If you know how to interpret these big four, you can be able to tackle any question on linear programming. I assure you that. So take your time to understand these big four. Take your time. Understand these big four. Interpret them. Okay? Not only going through the topic, but are you able to understand these big four? If you are asked by anyone, what is linear programming? What comes in your mind should be the big four. Because if you are able to understand these big four, you can be able to tackle any question on linear programming. Okay? So I will be giving you these big four. I will be interpreting them. I would advise you take your time to understand these big four. Don't just read them and think that they will stick in your mind. Just take your time, understand these big four one by one. As you do questions on linear programming, underline where these big four are used, the names you should call them. That's what I'm going to start with about these big four. These big four is what revolved around linear inequalities. I told you linear programming comes from linear inequality. Okay? So be with me up to the end of the lesson because I will be telling you more and more about linear programming. I told you by the end of the lesson, by the end of not the end of the lesson, by the end of the topic, this topic on linear programming, we are going to run optimization. Before you run all those optimization and objective function, you have to understand the big four. I don't want you to go to optimization, then we go back to the basics. I want to start with the basics. Sometimes the student even don't know the basics. Although the topic is in Form 4, it doesn't start from the basics. They assume you know the basics. So, for me, I'm trying to give you foundation. This is not where the topic starts. I'm just giving you foundation. What the book 4 assumes that you know. Book 4 assumes that you know the basics about linear programming. But for me, I'm not assuming. I will just give you the basics. Even when we go to do the optimization, when we go to do we go to explain about the objective function, how to minimize, how to maximize, you are able to understand. Okay, so let me show you the big four. Let me explain to you the big four. So I am going to give you the synonyms so that you can be able, even when you are given a question on linear programming, you are able to know if this is the symbol I should use or which one should I use. Okay, let me just highlight the big four in terms of sign. These are the big four. The first one is this one. The second one is this one. The third one is this one. The fourth one is this one. Okay, these are the big four. I hope everyone can see. These are the big four. These are the big four. If you know how to interpret these four, if you deeply understand these four concepts, you can be able to tackle questions on linear programming. Just understand these four. Then you are able to do any question on linear programming. Okay, I'm going to explain each at a time. Okay, the first one is less than. You are going to write somewhere, write notes, because this one is not in your, this one is not in your textbook. Okay, I'm trying to make things easier for you. Okay, so this is less than. This means less than. Okay, let me just lab the rest. I can explain each at a time. This is the first one. I have said we have big four. The first one is less than. It can be called less than. Also, we can call it lower than. We can call it smaller than. Okay, so I hope you can see. We are talking about the big four. The big four that you should understand for you to do any questions on, linear programming. So we have the big four. The big four, we have this one. I told you this symbol. The symbol means less than. It means less than, it means lower than or smaller than. So if you read a question or a statement that has about linear programming, but it has less than, lower than or smaller than, you are going to underline, and you automatically you will know that you are going to use this symbol. Okay, you are going to use this symbol to form inequality. That is what I wanted you to understand. You will use this symbol if you see such a statement for questions on linear inequality. You are going to use this. You are going to use this symbol. Okay, when you see this statement in any question on linear inequality, you are going to use this symbol. Just underline, then you are going to use this symbol to form the linear inequalities. Before, I wanted you to understand that even before we go to calculation, we are going to do calculation, and you are going to see. We are going to do questions that have a combination of all the four symbols, and you are going to see how I am going to show you the procedure that can help you be able to understand the concept. So I have explained to you the less than symbol. Now let's go to greater than. Greater than, make notes, because you will come across this statement, and sometimes students don't know how to interpret them. Maybe you only know this one is greater than. You don't know it is also called more than. You don't know if it is also called more than. Okay, you don't know if it is also called in You don't know if it is also called in excess of. I want you, when you find these words in your examples or in those statements, you can be able to identify them. So you know that this is greater than, but sometimes students don't know this is more than means greater than, in excess of means greater than. Okay, we have another word, over and above. Over and above. Okay, so this first statement means greater than. Are we together? This first statement means greater than. If they bring a statement with in excess of, you should not be confused. It means greater than. You are going to use this symbol. I hope you are with me up to that point. Okay? Now I've given you all 4 names of greater than. Okay, let's go to the next one. We said that we have the big 4. That was the second one. Let's go to that one and see and get to understand the synonym. Okay, now we are in the third one. Less than or equal to. This means less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. This means less than or equal to. But there are other statements also means less than or equal to. Let me give you a list, okay? So less than or equal to. When you see a statement not more than, you can get a statement that reads not more than. It means less than or equal to. Okay, we have less than or equal to, not more than. We are still working on number 3. This one means less than or equal to. If you get a statement that reads not more than, it also means less than or equal to. So you can read a statement that tells you maximum. Maximum. I'm going to explain. Okay? When you see a statement like maximum in linear inequality equations, those statements, like, let me give you an example. The bus can make a maximum of 5 trips. It means less than or equal to. The bus can make a maximum of 5 trips. It means less than or equal to. You are going to use this symbol when you come across maximum. Okay? Okay? Let's look at the other one. The other one is not greater than. Not greater than. Not greater than. Not greater than. Please make notes so that when you come across this statement, you are not confused. So, not greater than. Okay? Not greater than. Not greater than, you are going to use this symbol. Okay? I hope you are with me up to that point. Okay. So, let's do the other one. Okay, at most. When you see the word at most, you are going to use this symbol. Okay? So, when you come across this statement, you are going to use this symbol when it comes to question on linear inequality, on linear programming. So, we have less than or equal to, also means not more than, also means maximum, also means not greater than, at most. Okay? So I hope you are with me up to that point. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This symbol can mean these 5 names. It can mean these 5 names. So when you come across a question of linear inequality, linear programming, just underline. If you see such statement, underline, and you automatically know that you are going to use this symbol to form linear inequality. Okay, so don't be confused. When they tell you at most, you are used to less than or equal to. Familiarize yourself with synonyms, words that mean the same. Because some student will be told he will make a maximum of 5 trips. They don't understand. When you see that the maximum, you will know that you are going to use this symbol. Don't get confused. Familiarize yourself. Don't just settle by knowing that this is less than or equal to. Explore and know more. Okay? And that is how that is why I am telling you to come to my page. You are going to learn more. I will explore things for you. I will not leave any stone unturned. So let's look at the fourth one. We are looking at the big 4. This you need to understand before even you go to the higher level of linear programming. So let's go to the fourth one. The fourth one is greater than or equal to. Greater than or equal to. This is the fourth one. Greater than or equal to. Most students know that this is greater than or equal to, but they don't know other names that also means greater than or equal to. So when a question comes and it doesn't say greater than or equal to, they are confused. So which are other words? Minimum, at minimum. Okay, let me use the one I have used. Like you can be told that the bus can make a minimum of 10 trips. A minimum of 10 trips. It means greater than or equal to. A minimum of 10 trips. Okay, minimum. When you see word minimum. So, write on the comments section. What do you think are other names for greater than or equal to? Okay, greater than or equal to. We have said greater than or equal to, at minimum. Okay, we have another one, at least. At least, if you see this word at least, and I'm telling you, when you are reading those questions, when you come across such words, just underline them. It will help you to know that you are going to use which symbol, because I have already explained to you which symbol you are going to use. So at least means greater than or equal to. At least means greater than or equal to. Which is the other one? Which is the other one? We have said greater than or equal to, at minimum, at least. Okay, another one. Let me give you another one. Not less than. Not less than means greater than or equal to. Okay, another one. Do you have another one? Another statement you can come across that means the same as greater than or equal to. Okay, let me, must not be below. Okay, I hope you have understood up to that point. Okay, my main goal is to make sure you understand. You understand the concept. You master the concept. I will not come to class and give you 4 symbols. without even explanation. I just tell you this is greater than, or this is greater than or equal to, full stop. No, no, no. I will always dig deep. I will not leave any stone unturned. And I have told you, when you get greater than or equal to, you can find statements that say at minimum. And I have explained to you, like you are told the bus can make at minimum 50 trips. You know it means greater than or equal to. Automatically, you are going to use this symbol of inequality. At least you are going to use this symbol. This statement, when you find them in that exam, just underline them. They will guide you. They will tell you this there is a place I'm going to use this symbol, another symbol. Just underline those statements, because I have already highlighted all of them. Not less than is the same as greater than or equal to. So you are going to use this symbol. I hope you are with me up to that point. So when we start doing linear programming questions, you are not going to get confused when they use different words at different times. When they use words interchangeably, okay, you are going to understand. Automatically, you will know this means which symbol, this other one means which symbol. So this is the foundation. Familiarize yourself with the big four. Test yourself, like the way I've done. Greater than or equal to. Just test yourself without looking somewhere. Highlight all the names that means greater than or equal to without looking. Then you can see if you have understood. Okay? I hope you are with me up to that point. Okay? Please tell me happy birthday. This is my day. Tell me happy birthday as we learn, Madam.